Okay, my amazing artist, now that we learned all about Gone art, let's create a very simple fish in the style of these artists. There are different types of fish that you can draw, as you can see to my left, and you can add more than one fish if you want to later, but I'm just going to show you a very simple design, and then you can make it as elaborate or as simple as you want. So let's get started. I have my paper vertical and I have my pencil. Of course, you can always turn your paper horizontal if you like your fish to be longer. I'm just going to turn that back so you can see all the paper, and I'm going to start. So over here on the left-hand side near the edge of the paper, I'm going to just make a little mark so I know that's where I'm starting. And I'm going to make the top of the fish's head. So that's going to curve like I'm making a rainbow or the top of a letter C. So I'm going to start at my mark. I'm going to curve up and over like this. Okay. Now I'm going to curve down, but I don't want to go all the way down like a rainbow. I just want to go down just a little bit. So I curved up and over and then down just a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to turn this into an S curve. So now I want to come back and curve back up. So I'm going to come and curve back up. So it looks like an S that I took and I stretched it out. Okay, now I'm going to go back over to the front of the fish and I'm going to make a little line for the mouth. And you can make this as big as you want. You can make your mouth open or close. There are some examples, so you can look at those. I'm just going to make a little line and then I'm going to do the other side of the fish. So I'm going to start under this line and I'm going to curve down, and this time I'm just going to make a nice U curve down and over close to here. Okay. I'm going to close off the end of my fish by making a line that connects these two. And then I'm going to make a line right here in the center. That's going to divide my tail into two pieces. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to curve up on this side. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to curve up. And then I'm going to come down and connect. And I can do that very wavy. I can do it very smooth. It's kind of up to you how you want your fish tail to look. I'm just going to come down and connect. Now I'm going to do that on the other side. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to curve up and I'm going to come down and connect. Now I'm going to make the other fins on the fish. So I'm going to start here where the front of the face is. I'm going to make one fin going up the top, and you can make this whatever shape you want. I'm just going to make it kind of an oval shape. And I'm going to make another one here in the back. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Start here, one on the bottom, and then one just about the same spot back here by the tail. Okay. Now I'm just going to add the lines that divide the face from the body. So somewhere, wherever you feel it needs to be, somewhere by the front of the fish, I'm going to make a curved line to divide the head from the tail. And I'm actually going to do two of those, just like that. And then my last step is to make the eye. So I'm going to make a nice round eye and then just another circle inside that eye, just like that. Okay, so now here comes the fun part. If you want to, you can add more fins. If you look at some of the examples, they have more fins here. You can add some what almost look like wings here to the fish. You can add different types of patterns. So there are some examples of patterns off to the side. I'm just going to keep a very simple pattern for mine. So I'm going to start over here and I'm going to make semicircles to make this look almost like scales. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm going to start with one. I'm going to make a semicircle, another one a little bit bigger, And I'm going to do that 3 times and 4 times. So you can see how that looks. And then I would do another one. I could start here or I could start on this one. I could do small semicircle, another one, and another one. Okay. I also can add some designs to my fin. So I can make some lines on my fin. I can add zigzags. I can add diagonal lines, any type of designs you want, but think about it being a pattern. So if I do it somewhere in my fish, I need to do it somewhere else for it to be a pattern. So I'm going to have all of the fins have the same pattern like that. And you're just going to continue that until your whole fish is filled with patterns. Then I want you to color, and you don't have to color the whole picture. If you'd like to just color your fish, you can. If you don't have time to color the whole thing, that's fine. You can always go home later and color it how you want. And you can even, as you're coloring, you can decide if you want another fish that you want to draw on here, or maybe you just want to color the background, or maybe you just want to put some lines back there. It's entirely up to you how you finish this project. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to get my black crayon and I'm going to trace my fish so it stands out, and then I'm going to finish making my patterns. So take a look at those patterns off to the side or create your own and fill up your fish. La 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 wee, la 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 woo, la 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 wee, la 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 woo, la 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 wee, la 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 woo, la 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 wee, la 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 woo, la 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 wee, la 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 woo, la 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 wee, la 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 woo, la 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 wee, la 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 woo. Okay, now that you've filled your fish with your patterns and maybe you decided to trace yours like mine, go ahead and with whatever coloring materials you have, color in your fish some nice, bright, beautiful colors. All right, my amazing artists, don't forget the last step, which is to always sign your name.